legends, happy 2024. So today's January 1st. My name's Mark. I am going to do a review of our tow car that we are using to tow our Crusader van around Australia with. It's a 2018 Ford Ranger Wildtrak. Now, I brought this car brand new and have had it for a few years now. I'd set it up once just for weekend touring and long weekends away and like holiday touring and that sort of stuff. But I've made some major changes on it in light of going to travel full time and living in the van. So let me do a bit of a walkthrough for you. I'll talk about all the things that I've done, reasons why I've done them. May have overkilled it a little bit, but you know, I'm one of those people that kind of likes to overplan, and yeah. So here, check out the Ranger and let me know what you think. All right, guys, so let's start under the bonnet of the car. I'll flip the camera around and we'll talk about all the things that I've done here in the front. First thing here is a HPD catch can. It was one of the first things that I did. It has produced lots of oil and stuff that would have gone back through the motor and through all the air hoses and stuff. So it's been a great addition. Second thing in here, you can't really see it, but it's actually got a new turbo on it. So I've got a Garrett direct fit replacement turbo. Pretty much just wanted a little bit more power for towing, get a bit more torque out of it. Just so it can breathe a little bit better as well, I had the Ironman 4x4 Snorkel fitted to it. Had that done a little bit later on, but just helped when it was getting tuned. So I've also had it dyno tuned, but yeah. So this vehicle has had a GVM and a GCM upgrade, and part of that was the larger radiator. If you can see in there, it's also got a bigger intercooler, and I've also put a transcooler on it as well. Just because I had some fuel concerns and that while traveling around Australia, I've also added the Direction Plus fuel filter. That's on top of the fuel filter that's already come standard with it. So hopefully that'll stop us getting any nasties going through the motor or water. I've also had all the pipes replaced with hard pipes. A new harder rubber pipe on the cold air intake as well. I just did that for a bit of peace of mind while we're traveling, and also just they cool down a little bit quicker as well. Another thing that I've added is the new alternator. So the original one was 110 amps. I've gone with a Bosch 210 amp one, just because of all the extra power stuff that I've added to the vehicle. I didn't want to kill it while we were driving. I've actually changed out the stock headlights. These didn't come with daytime running lamps, the 2018. I think it only came out in 2019. So I've changed these to the Alpharex USA headlights. They're a dual halogen headlight, but I've replaced the globes with LED. I have tried the Mustang ones and they were pretty shit. So GME, 80 channel UHF, Stedi Light Bar, Uneek crawler bar with winch, and that is literally just a King's winch, the Dominator. It comes, the front bar comes with the 2 tow points, but I've also had a full Brown Davis underbody protection kit put on. Now I've also had the Brown Davis fuel tank added, the 150 litre one, steel one. Not that you can really see in here, but that's the Brown Davis fuel tank in there, the steel one. I've also added the Clearview towing mirrors. Now these are the older style ones. I brought them before they've changed to the new ones that are tucked into the body, but still really happy with these. Inside, I have had the Superfit Denim seat covers put front, back and rear. I had these pretty much since I've had the car brand new, and you can see how well they've held up because they've had 5 years worth of the bashing. All they've done is fade a little bit, so very happy with the money that we spent on these. Also got the 3D floor mats. These two I got since brand new. Very happy with them. They've held up to all the crap that I've dragged into the car, and the kids and wife and all that as well. So something else I got from brand new was the Idrive. I use this pretty much all the time before I had it tuned, and since I've had it tuned, I don't really use it that much anymore. Not with the caravan on anyway. That's our XRS Connect GME UHF radio. Just have that wired in through the front. Also got the Red Arc Tow Pro in here for the caravan. And then we've got our reversing camera, which is up here as well. Something you might notice, but it made a huge difference, is I actually changed the light globes out in the Ranger on the interior. And I put LED ones in there, only because the stock ones were yellow and you could hardly see anything. So I got them from Stedi. So the biggest addition and biggest expense I've had is the toolbox that I've had fitted to the back with a canopy, alloy canopy. I've had that done through MW Toolbox. It was fitted here in Adelaide, but they do have sites Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria as well. I believe they were originally called MW Toolbox Queensland. But now they're starting to spread out into other states. Reason I went with them was just cost effectiveness. They had everything that we wanted at the cheapest price, pretty much. And so far, I am not disappointed with them. Build quality seems to be pretty good. There's a couple of things that I'd probably do just because I'm a little bit fussier, but its purpose, it seems to be dust proof and waterproof so far. Very happy with it. And it seems to be very light as well. So coming in here though, I put a rack inside here just to put our chairs and stuff up the top. Pretty much the floor, I've got carpet down now, but there's actually rails that run in the floor. So you can bolt in whatever you want. Like you can bolt in sliding drawers or shelves, whatever. I opted without them purely for a weight perspective. I've just put some O-bolts around places, I-bolts, and yeah, just tying stuff down with straps. You can see that I've put them in here. I've also done my own battery setup in here. So I've got two iTech World 120 amp lithium batteries, so 240 amps worth of lithium. I built my own little box here at the front. This is just the lighting. So if I turn this on, it's hard to see during daylight, but I have one there and I have another one in here, and they're just the hardcore lights. I picked them up from BCF. They're the meter ones, I believe, or the 900s. Yeah, they're actually really awesome. So little fuse box, couple of switches. This switch here actually runs my power to the caravan on the caravan, so that way I can turn the power and that off to the yellow plug on the back. These are just for the plugs for the lights, and then I've got a spare USB one here. So on the driver's side, I put an ARB compressor, the twin pump one with the tank. I've got hose, the ARB air system, and then I've just got another air hose there to blow dust off stuff. So with the rear of this canopy, I got the 1500 drawer, and I've just got it packed with tools and some spares and bits and pieces. Pretty much everything that I think I'll need while we're traveling. So back of the car, I got a little bit of stuff. So I got the spare wheel holder. I got a ladder so I can jump up on the roof, and I got a jerry can holder. I got the LED lights. You can see the drawer there. My reversing camera at the back there. And then I've also got the Heyman Reese X bar. So I changed the rear bar because of the stock one comes with the tray, which sat down really low. So I've gone this one, which tucks up really nicely up against the bottom of the canopy. 50 amp Anderson plug, and then that's the power for the caravan, and then 12 pin plug. But the X bar has got plenty of protection underneath, and it's got 3 towing points there. Now, yes, this is in the way a little bit, but it's very easy to unbolt if you need to use that center towing point. So up the roof here, got a 200 watt hardcore solar panel. That's to charge the batteries inside. I'll talk about that stuff in a minute. Also got a shovel up here, and then we've got a 270 awning as well, and then just some recovery tracks, his and hers. Another toolbox here on the other side. I've just got recovery gear in there. And then this opens out to the other side of the canopy. Got the MSA drop down fridge slide for a 60 litre fridge. It's a 60 litre angle in there. It's probably a little bit bigger than I needed, but that's what we had in our previous caravan. So I've just kept it and set it up in here. Now on this side here, in here, which is a bit hard to see, but I've got all the goodies. So I've got all iTech stuff. I've got a 3000 watt inverter, which is run here by the remote inverter switch. This tells me what my batteries are at. This has also got the hardcore lights under here and also up here on this side. I got a couple more switches, so I actually have power running down to the back here, and that is because on my awning, the 270 awning, I've actually got LED lights on the awning as well. This is for the inverter. I've just wired it here. I have also got a 40 amp DC to DC, and I've also got a 40 amp BC to DC, so I can plug it into 240 volts to charge up the batteries if needed. So at the back here, you can see the Lovells suspension kit. So Lovells in Adelaide, they are the ones who did my GVM, which is a 3500 GVM, and GCM 7.1 ton GCM upgrade. That did springs, which I believe are 500 kilo constant rear springs with the new shockeys and front and rear shockeys as well. But it also got the upper control arms, bigger and stronger upper control arms. And I've also changed the exhaust there as well, just to a 3-inch, but that only goes back to DPF because I didn't remove my DPF or anything like that. So I did change my rims from when I brought the vehicle. I actually went to a 17-inch steel rim. Just had some problems with alloy wheels in the past, cheaper ones. So I was looking to get a bit more stance on the car as well. That's why I put the 50mm flares on the front as well. It just made them poke out a little bit, and the 50mm flares keep it all legal. But these are currently a 285 7017. They're from trial country, which used to be Dick Sepec. They don't actually make these wheels these tires anymore. I believe Dick Sepec got brought out by they were brought out by Mickey Thompson. So now they've got Mickey Thompson have ones that are similar, but I'm thinking about going down a tire size in these just to reduce a little bit of weight, and I don't think I need them so big. If you see up under here, you can see the upper control arms, and you will also see that I've got braided brake lines. I've done that front and rear, and I've actually also upgraded the discs in the front with new pads and all that, just to help with the stopping power. So the brake kit that I got was through Bendix. You can actually buy like a full kit. I got front discs, front slotted and drilled discs. I also got new brake pads. I got braided brake lines front and rear, and then all the stuff that you needed to fit them. But that's pretty much the last thing that I've had done. So that's really it. That's everything. I've had other stuff on here and taken it off, but this is how we are going around Australia with. I got some little gadgets and bits and pieces which I'll talk about separately in some videos, just things that I think that we'll need while we're traveling. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, reach out. We'd love it if you subscribed, if you liked this video, and yeah, have a great 2024.